thinking back in like the J.C. Penney studio as a kid.
Oh, that hurts, man. That really hurts.
Brand matters. Brad Cipoletti, take one.
Can we do it again and say my real name?
Wait, what did you?
Chad. I'm Chad Cipoletti, Group Director of Brand Communication at Siegel & Gale. The writers should be involved throughout the process. They're such an important part of the connection that brands have with their key audiences, whether that be employees, whether that be customers. And a lot of times what happens when the writer comes in at the end, you get very different levels of what the language feels like for a brand. So on one side of the spectrum, you have very stilted, robotic, kind of technical language. It doesn't feel like it has any personality to it. It doesn't make a connection with the audience. And on the other side, you have language that feels like it's trying too hard. It's about trying to find that balance throughout all parts of the experience where the language is really supporting the goals of the brand, but also creating a connection with customers, both from a clarity standpoint, but also gives people a sense of the personality of the brand and why they should care. What is it about the brand that makes me feel like I know them, they know me, and I can trust them through this process? Take a single piece of communication that you have trouble with. If it's a customer service letter that always triggers the highest amount of calls to the call center, or it's an online form that has the highest abandon rate, bring in a writer who understands your brand, bring in a writer who understands what you're trying to accomplish in that moment and who has a really good understanding of who the audience is, and see if language can change what happens in those moments. Because if you improve a customer service letter where people don't have to call the call center, that has a financial impact, right? It affects the bottom line. Then it becomes really easy to justify why we should look at language across the entire brand experience. Thanks, guys.